This is the fucking, we're a dozen in. I'm a dozen, we're 1 dozen. We are officially 1 dozen episodes in to the show and not missing a single fucking thing. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show, Welcome Doom Podcast. So this is Women's History Month. I'm going to be going over all the stuff that I posted on my Twitter, and it is going to be fucking badass. If you haven't learned about these artists, make sure you check this shit the fuck out. So there's a lot of anticipation with this episode that I have, where it's been with the description here being pretty accurate. That's where I want to get into that after I have to tell you right now. I've let you down. I let you guys down as I don't have any of the information that I plan to get for all these festivals. But however, I honestly cover all of these, and then what I do have is just whatever festivals and shows that I didn't cover. So it's all good. There's actually 10 shows and festivals here that we're going to start and kick this thing off right now. So what I didn't cover was Inferno Fest. I did talk a little bit about Inferno Fest, mainly being just that a lot of people covered it and did recap, and it was huge. And that was actually, I think, even on the last with either my Twitter or my X or my Threads or Instagram, and I'll feature those on those social media platforms. But as for my DeviantArt, where you can find a lot of the stuff, especially a big 20-part piece, I'm not going to be debuting that, even though under anywhere that you could find it until September. And I need an Etsy. I really do need an Etsy so I can sell a lot of this stuff that I make, and other arts and crafts projects too, even that I just don't even taking pictures of or anything like that. And last but not least, we just had 420. The big freaking holiday for weed smokers. I got fucking blasted. I smoked some really good ass pot and fucking chilled out. Probably wrote some notes down for this, or even just zombied out. I'm not sure, but it was a good fucking time. And as well as alrighty, so here we have metal movies that I want you guys to check out. There's only 2 of them actually, and it's Deathgasm, and that movie's fucking insanely gnarly. You gotta check it out. I think I watched it. I'm not sure. It might have been on like Pluto or something like that. I'm not too sure, but it's available on most streaming platforms, as well as Lords of Chaos. That's actually about. These are both. It's kind of. It's in fact, I find it fun. I think it's actually fun to do with just masterfully crafting whatever kind of audio I'm engineering. So with that, just putting that out there, I mean, I'm definitely curious how what people think about it, if they relate to that, or if they disagree because they like AI doing everything better. I mean, even that said, I'm still not sure that there would be any kind of AI technology that would keep you from having to do little stuff like that, where you are removing the beginning of the clip because I did it a little too, pressed record a little too early or something like that. And that has the largest catalog of people involved in that project, and even I should even do just like a whole episode on that. I think It would help out a lot. But these are really the interesting thing about all these products that I'm going to show you today, are that these are all really my favorite bands as well. So it just helps that they do things other than make music, that I can have stuff to show you and products that you can buy. So starting off with Cradle of Filth, they have a beer called the King Chaos and Paler Ale that you can buy on cradleoffilth.com, and it has like probably to get imported from EU. So if you're into that, May, June, July, Guitar World, May, June, July, Metal Hammer, UK, as that's the only one that I think I have access to right now, where I can read offline and all that stuff, the digital version of the magazine, unless I want to read in Russian, and I don't know how to read Russian. It doesn't translate it for me on my app, so I'm just stuck with the Metal Hammer UK and Guitar World. That's six issues of magazines that I would love to go over, breeze through, write notes down what news from these that I'm sourcing my info from to share with you guys as basically just filler, whereas the main guts of the show is local artists, people that I'm actually connecting with, talking to in the DMs, and let alone meeting people on the scene when I get back into the open mic scene, as it was before, where I'm at an open mic every night of the week. Panopticon I found from the Metal Show from Bandcamp podcast, the Metal Podcast on Bandcamp app. There's one last one that I found from Black Metal Promotion, and it's Darkestra. They're also German, and they're actually atmospheric pagan black metal. The album is by Darkestra, and it is called Nomad. The big, huge, freaking extra large, all capital letters, most popular one on the list here is Elevetti Swiss folk. They're just regular folk metal from Switzerland. And the previous front woman from that band has her own band name, Cellar Darling. So that's avant-garde. And there are two, that would make for two This is where I'm supposed to be adding in a nice little easy to remember quote, but being that it's a freestyle and improvised episode anyway, I don't have one, so I'd rather just enjoy the benefits that come with putting out a solid straight off the top of my dome episode, as I know that to be rewarding. And then immediately after saying that, I'm already getting that anxious feeling of, these are things I want to, or about some things and stuff I want to do for the next season. And I don't subscribe to that mentality. And there's at least 20 videos on there, so have fun with that and enjoy. Other than that, other stuff that's coming up is like I said, those three. I think it's three. Those three bands' entire discographies. One of the bands, I'm gonna have to do like a whole separate episode on this, where the comparison. I need to do a comparison on my abilities of each album, where I have sat by myself. I've actually recorded some videos of me doing guitar playthroughs of the entire album, full album playthroughs on the guitar with some of these albums, and uploaded them and then took them down afterwards based on poor lighting, poor audio. Hello, fellow metalheads and friends and enemies alike. I have to really get something off my chest here with the actual opener of the episode, as I had a pen and a piece of paper in my hand when I wrote these show notes down. But there's just only so much you can really do with a pen and a piece of paper, especially nowadays. And I owe a shitload of credit to my the way that I would like to open up every episode in the following season with a quote or proverb, and that is, well done is better than well said. I have to pause after that. I have to actually pause and take a breath after that so I can soak it in, and so that you can, in fact, just take a deep breath with me. Hold on. Let's get all the ones. I'm just going to go over all the ones that I know, but for this episode of Not Tell